slides natin for that. Ay, charot. Ayan. Okay. So for the quiz discussion, I'm going to show you a summary of the answer key at the end of the slides. So, kung nag-check kayo ng sagot, tapos meron kayong mga nakaligtaan na sagot, hintayin nyo na lang sa dulo para hindi tayo masyadong pabalik-balik dun sa slides. Okay? So, if you missed some of the answers, then you can just wait for the summary of the answer key at the end. Okay? Now, of course, if you have questions or clarifications in the duration of the discussion, then you can just send a chat message. Okay? So, for number 1, an originally non-resistant bacteria gains resistance by taking up naked DNA fragments from the environment. This process describes letter A, transformation. Okay? Pero bakit siya transformation? The concept that we need in order to answer this question is the concept of gene transfer. Okay? Na meron tayong dalawang klase ng gene transfer. Merong vertical, tapos meron ding horizontal. Okay? Na kapag vertical gene transfer, kaya nga siya vertical, you are transmitting the genetic information from parent to offspring. Okay? Pero kapag horizontal gene transfer, it doesn't necessarily have to be parent to offspring. Okay? Na meron tatlong klase ng horizontal gene transfer. You have transformation, transduction, at saka conjugation. But how are they different from each other? Kapag transformation, you just have genetic material in the environment that is absorbed by the bacterial cell. So meron ka lang palutang-lutang na DNA sa paligid at ia-absorb siya nung cell. Kapag transduction, you have the involvement of a virus. It is the virus that would directly inject the genetic material into the recipient bacteria. Okay? Kapag conjugation naman, you have direct cell-to-cell transfer of genetic information. So dito, meron kang dalawang cell. Yung first cell, it would inject the genetic material into the recipient bacteria via what we call the sexual pilus. Okay? So direktang nagpapalit ng genetic information yung dalawang bacterial cell. Okay? Kaya dun sa number 1, yung sagot dun transformation. Kasi meron ka lang daw naked DNA fragment sa paligid that is taken up by the cell. So transformation lang siya, nag-absorb ka lang. Okay? Before I go back to the question, picturean nyo muna yung slide na to. This is additional information for number 1. Okay? So number 1, again, the answer is letter A, transformation. Okay? Next, number 2, sinabi ko na to kanina, bacterial cell wall consists of peptidoglycan. So chitin is the cell wall for fungi, cellulose is the cell wall for plants. Okay? Next, number 3, what did you answer? Among the choices, which macromolecules uses ester linkage? Sige nga, ano naging sagot nyo dito? Letter sino? Dalawa sila na merong ester linkage, di ba? Lipids, tsaka nucleic acids. Kasi yung nucleic acids, meron silang phosphodiester bond. Yung proteins, peptide bond, yung meron sila. Kapag carbohydrates, glycosidic bond, yung meron sila. Okay? So dito, letter C. Next, number 4. Ito lang yung question. Denaturation involve the disruption in which level of protein structure? Remember that you cannot denature the primary structure. So ito lang, dalawa, secondary, tsaka tertiary. Letter C. Okay? Next, number 5. Sinabi ko na to kanina, the physiologic pacemaker is your sinoatrial node, letter A. Okay? Number 6. What did you answer? Which of the following has developed the mesoderm, ectoderm, endoderm? Paano kapag meron ka ng tatlong cell layer? Very good. Ito na yung tinatawag natin na gastrula. Okay? Remember, kapag morula, you have a solid ball of cells. Kapag blastula, you have a hollow ball of cells. Number 7, I asked you this question earlier. Branch which controls voluntary muscles, somatic nervous system, letter A. Okay? Number 8, syempre, ito lang naman yung natatanging part of the brain na diniscuss natin. So, cerebellum. Okay? Cerebellum is the one responsible for coordinating movement and balance. Na number 9, sinabi ko to kanina, pero what did you answer? Which of the following is not true about the parasympathetic nervous system? Very good, yung letter C. Kasi remember, kapag parasympathetic, you're supposed to rest and digest. Kailangan mo nga mag-digest, di ba? So, of course, you have to stimulate the movement of your intestines and the secretion of your digestive enzymes. So, letter C. Siyempre, yan yung hindi totoo. Okay? Number 10, what is the reason why viruses can't live on the skin and infect a person through skin contact only? Remember that viruses are obligate parasites. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kailangan nila ng host para makapag-replicate sila. Okay? If viruses are just on the surface, kunyari surface of the skin, technically you are not yet considered to be infected. Kasi kapag nasa labas sila ng host cell, hindi sila dumadami. Hindi nila kayang mag-replicate kapag nasa labas sila. So tama yun, obligate intracellular parasites. So they have to be able to inject their genetic material inside a live cell, hijack the replication machinery of the cell. So sa ganong paraan sila dumadami. Pero pag nasa labas lang sila, hindi nila kayang mag-replicate. Okay? So kaya dito, letter A siya. So very good. Next, number 11, letter A or letter C. Stimulate other components of the immune response. Ano sagot ng iba? Sino hindi nagbabasa ng maigi? Hindi niya tinatanong kung sino yung cytotoxic cell ha. Tinatanong niya sino yung nagsistimulate ng ibang components ng immune response. Helper cell yun ha. Ayan. Magbasa kayo ng mabuti ng question ha. Sayang yun. Alam nyo naman sana yung sagot, hindi nyo lang nabasa ng mabuti. It's not asking you about the cytotoxic cell. It's asking you what would stimulate the other components of the immune response, including the cytotoxic cell. Okay? So remember, trabaho pa rin yun ng helper cell. Oh, very good. Yan. Number 12. Which of the following is not a similarity between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells? Nuclear envelope, syempre. Very good. Kasi nuclear envelope is basically a membrane that encloses the nucleus. You're only going to have a nuclear envelope if you have a nucleus, which you don't have in prokaryotic cells. So, syempre, hindi siya similarity nung dalawa. Number 13, I already clarified it's comparing plants and animals. So very good, flagella. So in general, only animal cells would have structures for locomotion. Okay, good. Na itong number 14, ano hinulaan nyo dito? Kung di kayo sigurado sa sagot nyo, what did you guess? Okay, so most of you are answering letter A. Okay, so meron ako nakikitang letter A. Ayan. Kapag sinabi nating autotroph, these are organisms that can synthesize their own food. Kunyari plants, autotroph. Okay? Kapag heterotroph, kunyari tayo. Okay, so tayo, hindi tayo nakakagawa ng sarili nating pagkain. Okay? Now, all of you answered correctly. Sino daw yung hindi nakakagawa ng sariling pagkain? Yeast. Tama yung sabi ng classmate nyo, yeast are fungi. And remember, fungi do not photosynthesize. Okay? Most of them are considered to be saprophytes. Tama yan. Kasi kapag sinabi nating saprophytes, they feed on dead and decaying substances. Okay? Pero basically, hindi pa rin sila nakakagawa ng sarili nilang pagkain. Okay? Now, remember I mentioned it's not only plants that can photosynthesize. Meron tayong photosynthetic bacteria like cyanobacteria, photosynthetic protists like Euglena and Spirogyra. Okay? Ayan. So, very good letter A. Nga pala, fungi are not plants ha. They belong to entirely different kingdoms. Okay? And the main difference between fungi and plants, fungi do not photosynthesize. Good. Next, number 15. Which of the following happens right before anaphase? Before anaphase, you have metaphase. Kapag metaphase, prophase, metaphase. Okay? The chromosomes, they align in the center of the cell. Next, number 16. I mentioned this earlier. Which subphase of prophase 1 will you observe maximum condensation? Ito yung diakinesis. Very good. Okay? Technically, yung leptotene, meron ka ding condensation dyan. Pero yung maximum condensation ay nasa diakinesis. Next, number 17. Madali lang to. Which of the following produces aldosterone? Cortex. Adrenal cortex. Okay? So remember si cortex, siya yung nagpo-produce ng cortisol tsaka aldosterone. Medalla produces epinephrine, norepinephrine. Number 18. Can all of you answer the question? What happens when there is a lack of oxygen after glycolysis? Letter C or letter D? Anong sagot ng iba? Okay. Ayan. Okay, very good. Buti na lang. Walang nalito. Okay? Yung anaerobic glycolysis, hindi ko sinabi yan, di ba? Wala akong sinabi na anaerobic glycolysis. Yung sabi ko lang, anaerobic respiration. Magkaiba yun ha. Okay? Kaya hindi ko sinabi yung anaerobic glycolysis because this process does not exist. Wala tayong tinatawag na anaerobic glycolysis. Kung binasa niyo yung slides ko kanina, di ba may table doon? Tapos may text box doon sa tabi. Nakalagay doon sa text box that normally glycolysis is an anaerobic process. Nangyayari talaga siya ng walang oxygen. So kapag sinabi mo pang anaerobic glycolysis, that's already redundant. Glycolysis lang talaga siya. Okay? E tinatanong niya, paano pagkatapos wala kang oxygen? You will undergo anaerobic respiration or fermentation. Very good. Okay? So kung medyo nalito kayo dito, okay lang naman. At least now you know, wala tayong tinatawag na anaerobic glycolysis ha. Okay? Very good. Number 19. Madali lang to, letter A. Okay? Responsible for the ripening of fruits. You just have ethylene. And then number 20, nasa kalahati na tayo, type of immunity where free-floating serum antibodies. Nakakita lang naman tayo ng antibody sa humoral immunity sa letter A. Number 21. Kaparehas lang to ng question natin kay stab wound patient. What will happen to the blood vessel if the body experiences severe blood loss? Letter A. Pero may tanong ako, may nagsagot ba ng letter D? Okay? Kung nagsagot kayo ng letter D and you're wondering why it's not the best answer, okay? Ito kasing part na to, this is true. Okay? Nagko-constrict yung veins natin in order to prevent more blood loss. So, vasoconstriction. Okay? Para hindi tayo mas lalong mawalan ng dugo. But the purpose of vasoconstriction is not to provide more blood to the heart. Ang trabaho ng vasoconstriction is to increase resistance to flow thereby to increase blood pressure, not necessarily to provide more blood to the heart. Okay? Kaya yung letter D, hindi siya yung pinakamagandang sagot. Okay? So yung letter A lang if you're going to choose among all the other choices that are left. Okay? Number 22. Can all of you answer the question? Which of the following group of blood vessels would carry deoxygenated blood in the body? Sige nga. Ano naging sagot nyo dito? What did you answer? Okay. Meron ako nakitang letter D, meron ako nakitang letter B. Okay, medyo magkakaiba tayo ng sagot. Yung number 1, tama yan, di ba? Yan yung generalization ng veins. Nagdadala sila ng deoxygenated blood. Yung capillaries, pwede rin siya. Kasi remember that capillaries are the site of gas exchange in the organs. Okay? So kapag yung capillaries, nagbigay na sila ng oxygen, edi deoxygenated na yung dala nila. Okay? Eh bakit hindi nyo sinasama to? Remember na meron tayong exception to the rule, pulmonary arteries. Okay? Pwede rin sila magdala ng deoxygenated blood. So the answer to the question is all of the above. In the same way that if you are asked, which of the following would carry oxygenated blood? All of the above pa rin yung sagot dito kasi meron tayong exception to the rule, pulmonary vein, pwede magdala ng oxygenated na dugo. Okay? That's why I told you to remember the exceptions to the rule. Kaya nga natin siya diniscuss para dito sa question na to. Okay? Kung nakalimutan nyo siya, okay lang naman. At least now you know, do not forget your pulmonary vessels. Okay? Very good. Number 23, this is additional information for bone physiology. I'll give you the answer. It's letter A. The distal end of the tibia is unossified. This means that the bone continues to grow in length. So bakit? Some of you are probably familiar with the epiphyseal plate or the growth plate. Okay? So yung growth plate, it's a strip of cartilage found at the ends of long bones. Okay? Na kapag bata pa tayo, during childhood, our growth plate is still open or unossified. So pag sinabi nating unossified, cartilage pa siya. Kapag cartilage pa siya, pwede pa siya mag-develop into bone cells. So pwede pang humaba yung buto. Kaya kapag bata pa tayo, tumatangkad pa tayo. So the bone will grow in length. Okay? Kaya lang, kapag matanda na tayo, during adulthood, our growth plate is already closed or ossified. So pag ossified siya, wala ka ng cartilage, puro buto na siya. At kapag puro buto na siya, hindi na siya pwede mag-divide. So pag matanda na tayo, hindi na tayo tumatangkad. Our bones already stop growing in length. Okay? So if you are already in your 20s, unfortunately, wala na tayong pag-asa. Hindi na tayo tatangkad. Ito na yun. Okay? Kasi sarado na yung ating growth plate. Okay? So sabi niya, yung tibia, unossified pa naman daw siya. So of course, the bone will continue to grow in length. Okay? So this is additional information for the bones. Pwede yung picturean to. Okay? Na yung number 24, ito yung discussion natin kay biliary system. So, if the bile duct is resected or removed, what will be its effect on digestion? The answer is letter B. Fat digestion will be slowed down due to bile obstruction. Remember that when we talk about bile, it's a particular substance produced in the liver, stored in the gallbladder. Na yung purpose ng bile is to emulsify fats, okay? In order to aid in fat digestion and absorption. So siya yung nagpapadali ng pagda-digest at pag-absorb ng fats. Na kapag kumakain tayo, particularly when we are eating fatty foods, the gallbladder is stimulated to contract. Kapag nag-contract yung gallbladder, it's going to release bile. So yung bile, dadaan siya sa may common bile duct and it will be deposited in the small intestine. Okay? Na syempre, kapag yung bile nandun na siya sa small intestine, tutulong siya to emulsify fats, to further digest and absorb fats. Okay? Na yung question, paano daw kapag naputol or natanggal yung common bile duct? Ano daw yung mangyayari? Syempre, wala ka ng pathway, di ba? Wala nang dadaanan yung bile kasi naputol na siya. It's not going to reach the small intestine anymore. Therefore, wala nang tutulong sa pagpapabilis ng digestion at absorption. So, babagal siya. Okay? Because of the obstruction. Kasi nga, wala ka ng pathway. Okay? Pero ma'am, di ba pwede yung letter A? Due to lack of pancreatic lipase. Kasi lipase is an enzyme that would digest your fats. San galing yung pancreatic lipase? Sa pancreas. Nasaan yung pancreas? Nandito. Wala siyang kinalaman dun sa common bile duct kasi yung common bile duct nandun sa taas. Ito yung pathway ng pancreas. Wala kang problema sa pancreas. Okay? Ma'am, di ba pwede yung letter C, gallbladder obstruction? Wala kang problema sa gallbladder. Yung problema mo yung dinadaanan sa labas ng gallbladder. It's not the gallbladder itself that's the problem. Okay? So kaya dito, yung letter B, siya na yung best answer. Okay? And this is your biliary system. Meron din kayong ganito sa libro, pero pwede nyo itong picturean. Next, number 25. What did you answer? How many spermatocytes will be produced from 40 secondary spermatocyte? Very good. Magta times 2 ka lang kasi secondary yung pinanggalingan, letter D. Okay, good. Next, number 26. Dalawa lang yung pinag-usapan natin sa stomach. Which of the following secrete mucin? Neck cell. Okay? Yung parietal cell, ito yung nagsisecrete ng hydrochloric acid. Very good. Number 27. What could be the possible reason why the left ventricle is thicker than the right atrium? B. If you remember yung blood flow kanina, di ba nag-drawing ako ng blood flow? Ito yung left ventricle. Kapag nasa left ventricle ka na, you're going to go to the rest of the body via the aorta. Na remember that the aorta is an artery. Yung mga arteries, matataas yung kanilang pressure. Okay? So, para makapagpadala ng dugo, papunta sa iba't ibang parte ng katawan, the left ventricle would have to contract harder in order to overcome the pressure of the aorta. Okay? And because the left ventricle would contract harder compared to the other chambers of the heart, nagde-develop ng mas makapal na muscle, yung left ventricle. Kasi kumbaga, mas malakas siyang nagtatrabaho kaysa dun sa iba. Okay? Ma'am, kung pressure lang din naman yung pinag-uusapan, bakit hindi letter C? Pressure from the pericardial cavity. Do you know where the pericardial cavity is? If this is your ribs, di ba yung ribs mo nakaganto siya? Tapos dito nakalagay yung puso. Okay? Kung saan nakalagay yung puso, yun yung pericardial cavity. Wala siyang kinalaman dito. Okay? Technically, wala ka naman talagang na-experience na pressure sa pericardial cavity. Yung pressure, nararanasan lang siya kapag magpapadala ka na ng dugo sa iba't ibang parte ng katawan. So, wala siyang kinalaman dyan. Okay? So, letter B. Good. Number 28. Yung sagot dito, yung hindi ko sinabi kanina, which of the following organ hormone pairs are incorrectly paired? What did you answer? Or ano hinulaan nyo dyan? Ayan, very good. Ilang beses ko sinabi na yung thyroid gland, tatlo lang, di ba? Paulit-ulit kong sinabi yung thyroid gland, tatlo lang. T3, T4, calcitonin. I did not mention anything about thyrotropin kasi thyrotropin is exactly the same as TSH. And TSH is secreted by your pituitary gland. Okay? Yung buong pangalan ng T3, triiodothyronine. Buong pangalan ni T4, thyroxine yun ha. Hindi siya thyrotropin. Good. Number 29. Tingnan natin kung anong sagot nyo dito. If a person has an abnormally increased parathyroid hormone, which of the following could be experienced by the patient? Letter A or letter D? Ang sagot ng iba. Okay. Ayan, medyo magkakaiba tayo ng sagot. Merong iba letter A, merong iba letter D. Ano bang ginagawa ni parathyroid hormone? Nagpapataas siya ng blood calcium, di ba? If you have an abnormally increased parathyroid hormone, ibig sabihin your blood calcium is also going to be abnormally increased. And how do you describe an abnormally increased blood calcium? Hypercalcemia, which is the main symptom of hyperparathyroidism. Magkaiba yan sa hyperthyroidism, ha? Okay? Because remember that the thyroid and the parathyroid are different glands. So pag nagkaroon ka ng problema sa kanila, it will also result to different diseases. Hindi sila magkaparehas ng sakit, ha? Okay? So very good. Letter D siya. And then, number 30, I already mentioned this about photosynthesis. Dark reactions, they do not occur in darkness. So of course, letter D is the false statement. Okay, o malapit na. Number 31 to 40. Yung 31, hindi ko to diniscuss. But you can get the correct answer just based on vocabulary. Okay? Sino daw yung pang-vertical growth? Ayan. Letter B or letter D? Okay, very good. Apical, galing sa salitang apex, di ba? Kapag sinabi nating apex, nasa dulo or nasa taas. Yung ibig sabihin ng lateral, nasa gilid yan, di ba? It pertains to something on the sides. E tinatanong niya, sino yung responsible kapag vertical? Siyempre, yung apex, yung nasa dulo. That would make sense kapag vertical. Okay? So yun ay sagot mo. Even if you don't know anything about meristems, you can still get the correct answer. Ano natutunan natin sa question na to? This is something that you have to accept before you take the NMAT. You will never be able to study about everything. And you will not know all of the answers to all of the questions in the exam. Ganun talaga siya. Okay? Kasi syempre, hindi natin kayang pag-aralan lahat. Okay, we're trying to study as much as we can, but you will never be able to study about everything. Ganun talaga siya. Kaya lang, syempre, even if you encounter questions that you don't know, kunyari ito, wala kang idea kung ano yung meristem, you still have to try your best to get the correct answer. So dito na papasok yung ating panghuhula. And panghuhula is very important for the exam as well. Kasi test-taking skill yun kung paano kayo mag-strategize. Okay? Nakakatulong yung vocabulary actually. It helps a lot if you know a lot of words, if you're a wide reader. Okay? Kasi yung vocabulary, nakatulong din siya sa panghuhula. Okay? So very good. O, letter B. Yung number 32, this is just asking for organization. Okay? So you just have to arrange the following from simple to complex. Yan. So letter B yung answer natin. Okay? The mitochondria is the simplest because it's a part of the cell. The sperm is a cell. The cornea is a tissue. Gluteus maximus is an organ. Ito yung muscle sa may puwetan. Okay? Yung glutes. So yan yung kanyang organization. Okay? Speaking of organization, it's related to the next question, number 33. Okay? Pero ito yung tinatawag na ecological organization kasi it's beyond the organism. Okay? Technically, hindi naman talaga yung organism yung pinaka-komplikado kasi meron pa tayong population, community, ecosystem, biome, biosphere. Pero ito kasi, this is part of ecology, which you will discuss in biology part 2. Okay? So mababalikan pa siya sa Bio Part 2, pero for now, that's your organization. $34, what did you answer? Crossing over happens where? Sino? Pakitin. Pakitin, pakinima, parehas lang sila. Good. 35. Both statements are correct. Okay? Tama naman siya ng sinasabi kay insulin stimulates mobilization of glucose, ng glucagon pala, sorry. Tama yan. Tama rin siya ng sinasabi kay insulin promotes the storage of glucose. So, tama rin yan. Okay? Both statements are correct. Na itong number 36, tingnan natin. In which phase of the cell cycle the cell replication occur? B or D? What did you answer? Yung iba. Okay. O yan. Anong ibig sabihin ng cell replication? Cell replication is synonymous to cell division. Medyo natanga. Okay. O yun yung mga hinihintay ko, yung mga medyo natanga sa question na to. Kasi marami talagang nalilito dito, gawa ng S. Okay. Pero again, ulitin ko, ano ba ibig sabihin ng cell replication? Cell division siya, di ba? Kasi what do you replicate? In cell replication, you replicate the cell. So it's synonymous to cell division. And I told you that cell division happens during M phase. Pero meron kasing iba na nalilito sila dito dahil dun sa S. Kasi yung S, meron ka din naman kasing replication dyan. But what do you replicate sa S phase? DNA replication yan. That's different from cell replication. And remember that that's part of interphase. Kapag interphase, hindi nagde-divide yung cell mo. Dumadami lang yung genetic material, pero hindi dumadami yung cell. Okay? So, okay lang kung nalito kayo sa S. Marami talagang nalilito dyan. But at least, now you know. Okay? So, yan. Kaya pay attention to the names. Kasi yung mga pangalan nila, kaya nga sila pinangalan na ganyan. Kasi ganun yung proseso na nangyayari sa kanila. Okay? Now, speaking of the S phase, it's related to the next question. Okay? Number 37. What will happen in the cell cycle if damaged DNA is detected in the intra-S checkpoint? Now, I already introduced to you to the concept of checkpoints earlier. So, quality control siya at every part in the cell cycle. Okay? Now, ito kasing intra-S checkpoint, ito yung checkpoint kapag S phase. Okay, so paano daw kapag nakakita ng problema dun sa genetic material, sa checkpoint, anong gagawin ng cell? Very good. Hindi muna mamamatay yung cell ha. Kasi remember that our cells would have repair mechanisms to fix themselves. Our cells are not helpless. Okay? Meron silang mga mechanism para ayusin yung sarili nila. So, they will try to fix the error first. Okay? Hindi sila makakadaan sa susunod na step ng cell cycle hanggat sa hindi nila naayos yung sarili nila. Okay? So, babagal yung proseso ng replication to make time to fix the error. Kaya lang, hindi lahat ng error naayos ng cell because there are damages that are irreparable. Okay? Now, what if the cell cannot repair the damage? Dalawang bagay yung pwede mangyari. The cell can undergo indefinite hibernation or the cell can die. Kaya lang, letter A tsaka letter C comes after letter D. Letter D muna, ayusin mo muna. Kapag di mo naayos, saka ka mamatay or saka ka magpahinga. Okay? Pero ma'am, bakit hindi P53 protein? If you're familiar with P53, this is your tumor suppressor protein, prevents uncontrolled cell division. Nakikita natin siya kapag M-phase na. Kapag nagde-divide na yung cell talaga. Para hindi tuloy-tuloy yung pagde-divide. Okay? Yung kasunod na slide, pwede yung siyang picturean. Additional information lang siya for checkpoints. Okay? So, pandagdag kaalaman. Very good. Yung intra-S, ito yun, nandito siya. Intra-S, checkpoint. Habang nagsisynthesize ka ng genetic material. Okay? Malapit na, tatlo na lang. Number 38. I mentioned this earlier. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Letter C. The small intestine cannot have a lower pH than the stomach. The stomach has already the lowest pH. So the small intestine has a higher pH. #39. Kaparehas lang to ng question natin kay stab wound patient. Which of the following would potentially result if a person has increased secretion of vasopressin? Remember that vasopressin is antidiuretic hormone, functions for fluid retention, at saka ano ba yan? Reabsorption. Yan. So, kapag nag-increase yung ADH, mag-increase din yung fluid retention at saka reabsorption. Therefore, you're going to increase blood volume, thereby increasing blood pressure. So, letter A. And then finally, last question. Since this is the last question, can all of you answer the question? Number 40. Which of the following statements are true? A or C? Ano yung totoo dyan? Okay, magkakaiba tayo ng sagot. Merong iba letter A, merong iba letter C. Question, yung mga nagsasagot ng letter A, anong problema sa letter B? Bakit hindi siya kasama? What word is wrong in letter B? Okay, dapat pulmonary vein ka. Kung naalala niyo yung dinrawing ko na blood flow, di ba ito yung left atrium. Tapos ito yung lungs mo. Vavalik ka sa puso, di ba? Vavalik ka sa puso. So dapat pulmonary vein siya. Okay? So good, letter A. Ayan. Okay. So ito na yung answer key. Kung meron kayong mga sagot na nakaligtaan, ito na siya. So you can try to check all of your answers based on this particular answer key. Okay? Ayan. Meron ba kayong question dito sa quiz? Nakasunod naman kahit papano dun sa discussion? Okay, going once. Going twice. Okay. O, sige. So, dahil wala na kayong question, dahil 12 o'clock na rin naman, so medyo nag-overtime lang tayo, it's 12:03. Okay? Reminders lang before kayo mag-lunch, yung klase nyo mamayang hapon ay perceptual. Okay? So, this is your class this afternoon. And assignment sana yung exercise number 4. Okay? So, try if you can answer it during your lunch break. Okay? So, mas maganda kung kaya nyo siyang sagutan. Okay? Pero kung hindi naman, just try to browse through the questions so you know what to expect later. Okay? Pero kung kaya nyo, sagutan nyo na siya. So, yan yung subject mamayang hapon. Okay? So, if you don't have any more questions or concerns, thank you for attending the class. I hope that you learned something today. Sana may mga natutunan kayo. And yun lang, maraming salamat. Pwede na kayo mag-lunch. Okay? So, thank you to everyone and bye-bye. And thank you po Kuya Jude. Bye-bye po.
Thank you po. Balik na lang po 12:50. Happy lunch. Bye-bye.